And we're live. All right. So, everybody, this is Fake4. He is the leader of Floritania and one of the high ranking members of the
I'm
newly
just a role
formed.
player.
Yeah, and one of the newly formed Selena Accords. That's gonna be one of the questions. Um, we're gonna do an interview on the basis of what these accords are, how they relate to the coalition, and how they relate to the alliance, and the future of the Selenia Accords. All right, so starting off the questioning, how do you pronounce it? Like seriously, because I've been having trouble.
It's
I think you cut out or something.
right. Selenia core. That's
So
pretty
like
much it.
Selenia.
Yeah, Selenia.
So just how it's said. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's I've been struggling with that for about a week now. Selenia. Okay. So first things first. How how did the Selenia Accords start?
like in coalition, sometimes like smaller nations that have been created recently cannot get like council rules or like cannot get inside of like the actual stuff because they're small and no one knows them, and it's normal to do those things, and you cannot usually like get to know like, oh, what are we doing this week, what are we doing next week. So like the Selenia Core is basically like we are allied to the coalition, as Floritania is also in coalition as well, but the Selenia Core is also like has smaller nations and gives them the opportunity of making a change and participating in the like in the um
Stage.
global stage.
Yeah,
um I would say that, for example, this is good for a few nations. I mean, you see the Lone Star Republic, like they wouldn't be in coalition if I didn't invite them.
I see. I see.
So like, it's not like coalition; it's Selenia Accords, because most nations like Inuit Empire, like um, Lone Star Republic, like Eternal Maya, like they aren't in the coalition itself, but they can participate in sieges of the coalition just by being guided by Floritania. Like like I kind of coach most of the leaders in the Selenia Accords so that they know what they're doing, and I give them like 4 designs, movecraft designs. I give them every single tool that they might need. I help them designing their bunkers, um, explaining them how to farm the materials that they need. So like I just kind of coach these smaller nations to become
Yeah.
something bigger.
Okay. Okay. Would you say that the Selenia Accords are so they're directly related to coalition in the sense that a few of the members are a part of coalition, and that the smaller nations that normally wouldn't be a part of the coalition or wouldn't be included can now be included into coalition events through the Selenia Accords?
Yeah, sort of. Yes,
Okay,
I
okay, okay.
would say so. It's
Yeah,
not like a direct thing. Like Selenia course, like it's not like, imagine if Russia wants to siege someone or if Japan wants to siege someone, like the guys from Selenia course won't show up. It's mostly like defensive, and Floritania trying to grow these smaller nations and trying to like help them make their nation bigger and much better than the current state like that they have. For example, like the Lone Star Republic, it's the biggest case that I've seen in it. Like I've taught them how to prepare their fort, how to like make their fort better, because their fort before was like all climbable with horses.
yeah,
It was really bad. You know, like without knowledge, these nations usually fall pretty quickly.
yeah. I
Uh,
see.
and
So,
I'm just helping out.
in
And we are
order,
not like a offensive alliance. Of course, if our members get attacked,
I see.
we defend them. And sometimes the best defense is the attack. So it might start something. But
Uh,
without any provocations, we don't intend to start sieging anyone. I've already talked with the leaders of Colombia, the leaders of Greenland, um, and we are in peace at the moment. We are just waiting for some things from the Empire of Colombia side so that we can release them. So yeah, I'm kind of fixing it all in Americas.
all right. So in okay, so would you say that the Selenia Accords are in relation to coalition, but not directly, are mostly defensive and are geared to help smaller nations? If that's
Yes, I
correct?
would say so.
Okay.
It's
So I
not like
know,
much of the expansive side. It's more like helping the smaller nations. Of course, if the smaller nation wants to do a siege, but it has a reason, Like imagine they got camped by someone on the other nation, or they keep getting their cargo ship sunk. That's a reason. That's a reason for us to get it in the siege.
I see.
But if it is like a random siege, like they just want to siege it for money or because they just feel like it, that's not worth for any like Floritania or other nations to actually join and actually like do something in the siege, because it wouldn't be
Yeah.
fair for the other nation, that didn't do anything, and it's getting like 20v1.
Yeah.
Not fair. So yeah, we are mostly defensive, but if the nations that want to attack have like a strong reason, that where you like see the reason and you hear them explain it, and like, okay, this makes sense. Okay,
Yeah, like
we are
piracy.
going to help. Yeah, we are more than welcome to
Oh,
intervene
okay.
in the
So
siege.
would you say that the Selena Accords could ever operate
Selenia.
independent? I'm gonna keep getting that name wrong. I'm gonna call it
No problem.
Selenia Accords are going to ever operate independently of the coalition?
I don't think so. I mean, from the current situation, I don't see Floritania leaving coalition. Um, we really like everyone, and I just created Selenia Accords to help smaller nations. It's not something that implies us leaving coalition or anything like that. So no, I don't see. Like some people
So,
like to call it an expansion of coalition. You can say whatever you want. I don't really care.
uh,
Um, it's just a project of
yeah.
Floritania.
So, you've been saying smaller nations a lot and a lot. Is Florentania like the dominant power in the Selenia Accords, or are there other larger nations that also kind of help the smaller nations out?
I mean, we also have Oceanic Empire in there, but they don't like they don't have like that thing of like coaching the smaller nations. It's mainly
Hmm.
Floritania, yes, like
See it.
um,
Um. So,
helping them.
did you? So you're very knowledgeable in it. Did you start the Selenia Accords, or was it kind of a universal idea to start it up?
No, it was me,
Okay.
but before doing it, I asked a lot of people how to not mess it up.
Yeah.
Before I even if you want to do your own alliance, here's a tutorial. First get the nations, then do the alliance. Don't try to make an alliance with one nation, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, the original idea was me, but a lot of people helped me doing it. So
Okay. Would you say that any other Floritanian helps out with the coaching of the smaller nations, or would you say that's a
yeah, of
government
course.
specifically on you?
No, of course. Like it's me, Morera. You have George, Exalted Reloaded. You have all this kind of Floritania. It depends whoever is online and whoever um, can get on the VC and help out the other guys. And it also depends if the other guys also ask for help. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
usually, even if they don't ask for help, I usually like get around and try to look what they are doing. Not to spy on them, of course, but sometimes you're doing something wrong and you don't know it.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true. That's very true. On a similar note, to the first question, what are the nations that are currently in the Selenia Accord or Selenia Accords? Because I know that's been a topic of discussion. I know there have been nations that have been on the cusp of joining. Could you just give us a list of the countries that are currently joined?
Okay, the current ones are Floritania, Lone Star Republic. The Inuits got their fort stolen, uh, so it was kind of an awkward situation. But they're getting everything fixed. They already have the new fort toggled, and they just need to create a nation. Um, I don't know if they are going to do it, but I'll have to discuss with them. I haven't talked with them regarding that. We have Eternal Maya. You know you were part of Eternal Maya.
Yes, I
They
was.
were they left the server
Uh-huh.
a long time ago, and now they're coming back. They already have the fort. They haven't toggled it yet, but if you see Rise of Killer has been working on it, and
Oh
if you
yeah,
see
I
the
saw
claims
he's
have
been
been
working
changing a lot. Yeah, so and Mats is also usually online, so you can see like eventually they will create a nation. It's not like a ghost nation. Oh, we have Eternal Mind just to say we have Eternal Mind. We are actually helping Mats and his team to recreate the Eternal Mayan.
yeah.
Um, we also have Oceanic, as I said before. Oceanic is more like Panda wanted to join for the fun of it. I know Oceanic is just like a goated nation, and we really like to have them in Selenia Accords.
Hmm.
And it's pretty much it. I'm getting a few more nations, but that will have to keep it like being a secret. Cannot
In
leak
that,
anything.
so I won't question you too heavily on what other new nations would join, but are you considering nations outside of North America and Oceania?
Oh, of course.
So it's a
Yeah, definitely.
global alliance.
Yeah, it is. I don't care if you're from America, if you're from Oceanic, if you're from I don't know, whatever you are. Like we accept like all the nations. Of course,
Yeah.
we don't accept like all the nations. We're like, if you're like in alliance, we won't accept you. Of course, we are really related to coalition, so it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are nations from so how are the smaller nations in the Selenia Accords handling relations with nations that are in the coalition but aren't in the Selenia Accords? I know it's a bit of an odd question. I'll let you stew on it.
Nah, it's they don't usually talk that much because of the things that I told you. Like
Hmm.
it has like that thing in coalition that they don't really accept that these smaller nations
Yeah.
because usually you don't see much value in them. But if you grow them, eventually they will become like a good nation. Floritania was that case. I used to be in coalition, but then like I created the Floritania, like the nation Floritania in the Americas. But back then it was Aztec Syndicate in the Americas. So Alpha Darky didn't like Floritania being in North America, and so I got kicked out of coalition because the bigger nation didn't like the smaller nation to be in this territory. I ended up winning the siege against Ravenrock, and Aztec fell, but that's another story.
On a similar note to that, would you say that the Selenia Accords have any like current enemies out there, or is it just sort of uh like still staying purely defensive?
We are currently being fully defensive. We try to talk things out before actually doing something. I can say the example of Lone Star Republic. They were having problems with cultists as well as Eternal Maya. They were having problems with cultists. Cultist Caribbean Empire now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
CE.
and yeah, and so I was in a group chat with MV Pan, Supercell, Draconic, the cultist leadership, and I
Yeah,
was talking with them.
the full shebang.
Yeah, and we were talking about it, and so we spent like an hour talking about it, and eventually we ended up finding a solution for everyone. So it's not a permanent solution, of course. There is a problem in there, but it's mainly because Floritania and cultists have like a treaty between them, so I cannot join any siege of cultists, and cultist doesn't join any siege of mine. And cultists wanted to siege Lone Star Republic. They even have the siege base. You can see it in the map.
Yeah, I can see it.
So like, I couldn't do anything if the siege loans are republic, and so I talked it out in the group chat with
Yeah.
the cultist leadership.
Have the
I can even
listen.
say it here, like they are only going to siege it once, and then they are going to release it after a certain time, just
Okay.
because they just wanted the siege, you know, and
Yeah, they
um,
just wanted to
they
have
already
it.
prepped everything, and so they just wanted to do the siege, and they don't mind,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much
On
that's it.
this is kind of off
Yeah.
topic, but we've been talking about Lone Star a lot. They're a bit of a founding member. Lone Star is now a vassal of Floritania. Does that have anything to do with the Accords, or is that an outside decision?
It has to do with the chords, but mainly because we are kind of helping them grow, and it's much easier if they're vassals, Uh,
I see, I see.
because of the claims, you get more claims when you're a vassal. We don't put any taxes, so it's not anything bad. And since we aren't joining many wars, the diplomatic points don't matter that much. So we just found it better to have more claims in both nations, and you know, I help you, you help me. It's easier. It's much
Okay.
better.
So sadly, we're reaching our time right now. But are there any other questions you have for me? Is there anything else you want to say about the Accords?
I mean, I don't really have anything to say. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't think I have anything to say about it. I mean, if any leaders of any nations want to join the Accords, just message me on Discord, Fake4. I mean, not Fake4, FZKE. I mean, in Discord.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for whoever listened and for who will listen. We're gonna post this up on our YouTube. And thank you, Fake. Thank you for coming up here. I know
You
this was a
forgot
bit of
your shameless plug.
Oh, I did forget a shameless plug. Putting me on the spot here. We are, you can find us out on our shameless plug-in today. You can find us out on that secret paper, the personal column on the CCNet NBC. You can also find us on our Discord and our now new YouTube channel. Plug that in here. Thank you, Fake. I know this was a bit impromptu, but you still made it through. This was a great interview. And I think I'm
Ah,
going to end it at that.
all right. Oh, also,
Yeah.
when are we doing the Grim as a Fake4 debate?
Well, Gray Mesa has publicly said he doesn't want to do that debate, but if he comes back to CCNet, I have a feeling he'll be willing to do the debate
Nah, I feel
soon.
like it's a wise dodge. He knows he's not getting
It's true,
getting
it's true.
outside of that VC alive. Wise dodge. That's what I'm saying.
For for any viewers still in it now, if you want to see the fake Gray debate, please message me, because that makes me think that it's gonna have a lot of viewership. Again, thank you, Fake, and I'm gonna